Well, look who's here. Glenn Hall, U.S. News editor at the Wall Street Journal. This is such a critical issue for this president. Welcome back to the show, Glenn.
Yes, absolutely right. It's a key legislative agenda item. They haven't been able to get many legislative agenda items out the door, so this is one he's really stressing, and you can see it in the repeated times that he's gone out to campaign and lobby for it.
And, you know, talking to lawmakers, meeting with the Big Six, is supposedly trying to get it right, although we don't know what that means because we really don't have a lot of details. And, you know, I understand the politicians have to be kind of vague when they sell this stuff, but if they don't get this right, what happens to the administration?
Well, you know, there's a lot of other things the administration will continue to press on using its executive authorities. But you're right. If they can't get a tax reform done this year, it's going to be harder to do next year. And that is really why I think you see the president moving aggressively here to push this agenda item in front of the public space, as well as working privately behind the scenes to try to get people on the same page. But there's a lot of gaps between what various factions are willing to do, and a big question of whether Republicans will work with Democrats or will this be a simple Republican effort, in which case it narrows the scope of what they can tackle.
And you say it's about the two Ds. What are the two Ds?
The two Ds, yes. It's about deductions and deficits, right? So when you're looking at this, if you're going to cut taxes, as the president just said, then how do you prevent the deficit from rising? Because there are some budget rules that will prevent that from happening. Then you have to say...
Well, supply-siders say, well, you'll have more revenue because people and businesses will be making more money, therefore you'll have greater tax receipts.
And they may try to use that in the scoring in order to show that they've kept the deficit caps in place. But the other challenge is going to be which deductions do you keep, which do you get rid of in order to try to neutralize the effect of reducing the revenues that are coming in.
Well, and it's interesting because you're the first person I've heard say that deductions for a lot of people are an entitlement. That's really interesting. I mean, they are an addiction, but explain what you mean.
Well, when you think about the entitlements, Medicaid, Social Security, those kinds of things, you become dependent on them as part of your finances, right? And a lot of people have gotten used to the housing deduction. There's a lot of companies that have built their whole business model around certain things that they're able to deduct, and that would change the whole calculus for them. That uncertainty about whether they're able to do that or not will change their investment strategies, will change your purchasing patterns. So there's a lot that, you know, if you, for example, remove or you put taxes in or remove the taxes on 401k, you know, keeping that money outside of the tax structure, that's a disincentive to put money into the savings structure, and we're all counting on that for our retirement.
Absolutely, because we know that Social Security is not going to be there because government's already screwing that up. Glenn Hall, thank you so much.